Hey guys, welcome to Mindshift. I'm Buteyko, your host, and as you know, the purpose of Mindshift is to help you create atomic shifts in your mind so that you live your life with a little bit more love, satisfaction, and prosperity. Today, we're gonna talk about something called vagus nerve and its effect on our well-being and more particularly on our sleep, anxiety, and stress. And we have exactly the right person to talk about that. Uh, his name is Vitalijus Majorovas. He's from Lithuania. He actually has been to our special edition Mindshift last year, and now he's in this Mindshift because he's coming with something new, something interesting, something again about sleep, but something which might be great breakthrough around the topic of sleep and stress. So just a little bit of background. So Vitalijus is a sleep biohacker and geek. He is has been in more than 10 years in the sleep product industry. He's a coach, sleep and recovery coach, and also instructor, breathing instructor. So, but now his great passion went into something really tangible, something really great, something really promising, and he has this startup which is working to stimulating the vagus nerve to help for our well-being. And but I'm gonna stop here and ask directly Vitalijus what is about this startup and how it's gonna help our well-being. Welcome,
Yeah,
Vitalijus.
thank you, Dmitry, for the introduction. Really
Yeah.
heard all these positive things about me. So yeah, basically we are developing the vagus nerve stimulator. It looks right now like this. You need to put this stimulator on your neck, and basically this vagus nerve stimulator will improve your sleep, reduce anxiety and stress level. We will talk, I believe, more about this vagus nerve, but basically, vagus nerve is very active in the neck region, and whenever activating this vagus nerve by electric signals, by specific, let's say, electric signals, which is created by specific amplitude, voltage, and etc., your heart rate is decreasing, your heart rate variability is increasing, and this is
Wow.
activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Those who don't know, parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for rest and digest. So that's why you are decreasing the amount of stress, anxiety, and this is how you are improving also sleep, because one of the biggest problem of sleep is that people are very stressed and anxious in the evenings. So this is what we are doing. This is the startup mode, but for sure in the next couple of months we already will have first batch of the products. We will launch already the marketing material. So yeah, it is quite interesting and challenging job.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting, and we know that so many people have problems with sleep. Almost everyone, I guess, who I speak, they say that there's some challenge about their sleep, and there are so many different, theories around sleep in the world. There are this fourth chronotype, or how was that, sleep, and there is many other. I just remember that, but I know that there are many other things, and people are trying to hack their sleep because they know that it's very vital for them, but at the same time I think they are a little bit confused around that. So I think that's why this topic today is going to be very important for us, and to really talk more about this vagus nerve, because it seems to me that it's a big key towards that, not only towards sleep, but as you say, anxiety and stress and well-being in general. But let's start from the basics. So what is this vagus nerve, and actually how is affecting ourselves? Let's talk about this.
I mean, basically, the our body is, have bunch of neurons, and those neurons are communicated through the nerves. So we are some kind of electric machine. Yeah, we can say like this. So, and there are several big nerve chains. For example, one of them is cranial nerve chain, and the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve chain. But basically, this is one of the longest nerves, which starts from the brain, and then it's like connecting the internal organs. So basically, you can say that it's like a highway between our brain and internal organ. So so that's why those things are communicating. Just a simple example. For example, in our brain we have like 100 million of neurons. In our gut we have 500 million neurons, so 5 times more.
Wow.
Those neurons are communicating together through the vagus nerve. So vagus very active in this parasympathetic nervous system, which I said like rest and digest, but also it's affect a lot of gut things, inflammation things, heart rate things, and etc. So yeah, it's a quite new topic. I mean, 30 years already the science studying the vagus nerve, so it's comparable, quite new topic. But yeah, it's becoming quite trendy right now.
So as I understand, it's like the connection between neurons from the brain to neurons in the gut. So this is the main function of the vagus nerve, plus is part of the parasympathetic nervous system. Can you just before we continue, because I think this is important for people, because we know that some people know that they are the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, and they work together in order to create equilibrium in the body. But can you give a little bit more about that so that people are more into the topic?
So yeah, basically two nervous systems in our body which affects our behavior. One of them is sympathetic nervous system, which is basically fight or flight, focusing us. It's driving us through some challenges and etc. And then there is other system. It's a parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. So, for example, when you're sleeping, basically you're activating this parasympathetic system, and those systems are in balance. I mean, they in perfect world must be in balance. So whenever you need to rest, you need to activate this parasympathetic system. Whenever you need to be focused, tension mode and etc., you need to activate the sympathetic nervous system. But sometimes, because of stress, because of imbalances in hormones and other stuff, we have some issues that, for example, in the evening, instead of activation of this parasympathetic nervous system, we are still somewhere, we are still running thoughts, and that's why we are not sleeping well, and etc. So this parasympathetic nervous system, we can say that 80% of this system belongs to vagus nerve, basically. So you can say that this nerve basically tells our body to slow down, to take a deep breath, to relax, and basically this is the main thing, and he's responsible also for digestion, for the heart rate decreasement, for the immune system activity, and etc. So this is how, let's say, our body works.
Okay, I understand. So in general, when this nerve is more active, in a way, our parasympathetic nervous system is in place, and it helps us to, when it comes to sleep better, I guess. And decreases anxiety and stress, which are kind of byproduct of the sympathetic nervous system, right?
Exactly. I mean, and you need to understand that sometimes with normal organic things, we are activating this vagus nerve. For example, breathing exercises are also activating the vagus nerves, especially if you're holding your breath and etc. Or, for example, cold shower, especially to your face, also activate the vagus nerve. So sometimes, without any thinking, we are doing this. Just now, the science are thinking, maybe we can do it effortless. Just